on Manchac, and Manchac is a swampy area in Louisiana, I think. Manchac is a really nice map with a very interesting gameplay because there's this area to the north of the map. Now, to the north we have Lecastete avec the bwinner as France and India. India definitely a mainstay in this tournament. Versus IAmSoldieR as Russians, and ooh, that's quite surprising. GiveUAnxiety as Brit. It's not surprising that GiveUAnxiety is playing as main Civ Brit. It is surprising that he's not countering India with India, as we saw in the previous game. Let's take a look. I do count 1, 2 hunts, 1, 2 major hunts, 1, 2, 1. Well, it looks like Lecastete has misses 1 hunt, but there's one really far off. But I think it's okay. Bit laggy. It's not starting up for some reason. In a team game, this basically means that one of the players is not connecting yet. If we use Xarkop's IP program, then you can actually see like one of those IPs moving in and moving out of your program. But it's ooh, 110 wood, so close to your base. I mean, if Lecastete manages to find that within the next few seconds, but he's probably not going to see it. Instead, he's going to find the 80 wood, 80 food. bwinner is going to the center of the map, and that makes me believe that he's probably going to try to go for the trade post. Or not. They're moving away. Scouted IAmSoldieR's base. And GiveUAnxiety is going to find this scout. Or the 60 wood. Or the 110 wood. So there are now... Ooh. There are so many wood treasures here. It's just like here. 60, 75, 110 here, 110 again. That's going to be really good for India. Or for Brit. And with the scout, GiveUAnxiety might be able to pick all of those treasures. I must find the search pattern by Lecastete a bit irregular, because if he had scouted a bit around his town, he would have picked up this really nice 110 wood treasure. Instead, he's going to go for the 75 wood, which is good, as the villagers are, I think now 80 wood. But he could have gotten this treasure ages ago. This is always so much fun. If you know that your opponent is trying to get a treasure, and you just see that and you just take that, and you just know like how annoying that is. That's just classic. Oh, I have to remove this. Yeah, IAmSoldieR thoroughly annoyed, so he probably would like to bash his brains out there, but not enough HP to do so, I think. Meanwhile, ooh, this looks like GiveUAnxiety flared this map and asked IAmSoldieR to help him, and this is just really good team play. Like 2 explorers can take this down so quickly. Agra fort coming down already, which actually means that I should click this in. Oh, all of the players aging up. bwinner is going for a bit of a eco build here. Whereas IAmSoldieR is playing defensively. GiveUAnxiety also with a market. And so I think the red team is going to be the first to age, and actually going to make it rather difficult for yellow to deal with the first Cossacks, which I do expect to be sent quickly. So I'm just going to keep it on this. Hunting dogs also being researched. GiveUAnxiety going for a proper Brit build. Lecastete still in H1. And the French player is going to go Cav. GiveUAnxiety is Cav as well. So the Brit is going to counter the French player, and GiveUAnxiety, I mean IAmSoldieR, is going to counter Lecastete. Lecastete only now ages. That's rather late. This treasure is a bit too difficult to take, I would say, unless you allow that team to mass enough army to take it. Few more menace coming down. Both the red and the blue player have probably now researched most of the market upgrades. Lecastete has built the market but not upgraded yet. And yeah, from the looks of it, it almost seems like I really thought he was going for it, but he isn't. Yellow now moving in together with purple. Purple just lagging a bit behind. And yellow just looking to pick off a stray villager left to right. He's might actually be chasing down this lonely Tsar. Who GiveUAnxiety is actually keeping alive for quite a long time. Meanwhile, moving the rest of his army to yellow's base, and yeah, this short attack was easily pushed back. It just begs the question of why building the Agra over there. And what is the plan now? What are they going to do? All this idling time is not only detrimental to bwinner's economy, it's also forcing his cavalry to come back. And perhaps Lecastete could have placed just 3 seapoint over there, and they would have been able to deal with this. Meanwhile, the cav chasing down all of the cavalry over here, and more cavalry moving to the north. Don't think they're going to be able to kill a villager, because Lecastete has herded quite well, and there aren't any villagers on this hunt yet. But all this time it has given Blue the opportunity to do what he actually wanted, I think. It's just mass all the streletsy and push in. I don't think he's going to push in for the Agra, but these are definitely enough strelitsy to cause enough damage to yellow to put him behind at least 1 or 2 minutes, I would say. These 4 hussars being now taken down. I do like how they are snared, and bwinner has picked 1 or 2 of these hussars to slow the rest down, but 2 of them do escape. Now, here we have what I was talking about. Strelitsa moving in, pushing again all of those courier de bois inside, preventing them from gathering. And yeah, Lecastete, of course, trying to help as much as he can. But it's just such a humongous mass of strelitsa. They can only do something if the yellow's cavalry has joined it. And now yellow cavalry has joined. Meanwhile, being raided. And let's see if they can push back. If enough cavalry, if enough hussars survive, and this could be cleaned up rather nicely. But all this time, we can see on the mini-map, Lecastete is not paying attention to the raid in his base. One can only guess how many villagers are being killed right now. bwinner has added enough cavalry now. All of the strelitsa are going down. So purple and the yellow team are able to stabilize for this moment. But as I said before, I think about 4 or 5 villagers were taken down there. Right now, it looks like yellow has enough hussars now to return the favor. Although I must say that GiveUAnxiety is making rather good use of his 2 hussars over there, and regrettably is forcing these hussars back to his home base. Is he? No, I did count. I don't know if I can communicate with them, but I did count how many hunts there were. But indeed, Blue is running out of hunts, as he said, over here. And bwinner is now in age 3. I would expect GiveUAnxiety to go age 3 as well, rather soon. Chasing down these hussars, and if they're caught out like this, without any support, they might be able... Ooh. Veteran is ours already. And... yeah, rightly so. And... IAmSoldieR has chosen to come back and support his teammate. They have enough mass to take this on, but only if they're together. Now, this is just so nice. Just 2 Cossacks, just forcing that massive amount of villagers to go back to the town center. At the same time, a lot of damage being done over here in the center of the map. And although bwinner has the technological advantage of being an AoE3, being able to make guns, it looks like there weren't enough hussars to push GiveUAnxiety back enough. Meanwhile, we're having a Russian fight a few Gurkha and Sepoy, whereas the musketeers of GiveUAnxiety are going to siege down the town, to Agra Fort. All of these hussars that were raiding over here have been able to kill a few villagers, but one might actually have hoped them to be a bit closer to purple to assist them, but the amount of strelitze and the amount of hussars of the SKS team is just so difficult to deal with. Team cavalry scouts being sent as well, so adding 10% hit points to his cavalry as well. Is it? Right? Am I right? Do know it's for the strelitze and for extra line of sight, but I also thought extra points for the cav. Didn't remember anymore. It's actually been quite some time that I've played the game. 6 months now? 8 months now. Agra Fort going down. And even though these 2 guns managed to take a few shots at a few cavalry, it's basically a few cavalry, a few cuirassiers, or I should say cuirassiers, versus, well, basically everything here. Around 9 cuirassiers moving into the battle and then away from the battle. And of course it is a bit laggy, and he was distracted because he got raided so badly over here. But from my point of view, it was just regrettable that these cuirassiers were not managed a bit better. Yeah, a lot of raiding being done left and right. This is how team games unfold. Losing a massive amount of villages. Let's take a look at units lost. bwinner's economy is just pummeled down to 14 villages, and yeah, both villages. You know, it's just these 2 guys over here. You just see that time after time they do that little trick that higher ranks do, is that when they attack the main army, they send 3 or 4 hussars to raid, and Lecastete didn't notice that he lost so many villagers. Let's take a look when it happened. Oh, that's the wrong one. Few post game. Let's take a look here. Remember when the first battle was, and he lost 5 villages over there, and just managed to rebuild. But yeah, here this was just game ending. Well played by SKS team, and I do